Howdy kids, welcome to my weekly comic pull list. Today I'll be telling you what I got this week, September 14th, 2016. Starting off with American Gothic Press and Irwin Allen's Lost in Space, The Lost Adventures number 4. It's been a while since we've had a new issue of this comic, and this one is the start of a new episode based on unproduced scripts from the classic 60s sci-fi TV series. I really enjoyed the last storyline, but this one gives me the impression that some of these scripts were left unproduced for good reasons. In this episode, Dr. Smith, Will, and the robot are listening to Penny read Lewis Carroll to a telepathic purple llama named Willoughby. Yes, really. Apparently, Willoughby has some weird power that he can't control, and suddenly, Will, Penny, and the robot find themselves whisked away to Wonderland, with Dr. Smith playing the parts of its crazy residents. This was written in the 60s, and that being the case, I can only assume that acid was somehow involved in the creation of this episode. After a little research, I found that the character of Willoughby was actually to be added to the show because of its declining ratings. This never happened though, thankfully, due to its impracticalness. Pretty sure I'm not going to enjoy the rest of this storyline. So, moving on to DC, and Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 2. The trio teams up with the GCPD to protect Santo. Meanwhile, Batgirl gets a lead on the fake Oracle. Still not super into the storyline, but I really like the writing, especially the banter between Black Canary and Huntress. So I think I'm going to give this one a few more issues. Next, it's The Flash number 6. Godspeed continues his killing spree, and Barry has a revelation about Wally. This was an excellent issue. Joshua Williamson is doing a fantastic job with this title, and this issue we've got Carmine DeGi and Domenico back on art as well. Can't say I was too surprised by the big reveal at the end, but it was still great, so I'm really looking forward to the next issue. Next up, it's Scooby Apocalypse number 5. So the Scooby gang is trapped in a big box store where Velma is trying to log into the secret base's mainframe to check for other survivors. I'm actually starting to get a little tired of this title. The past couple of issues have kind of been there, done that. You know, fight monsters, blame Velma, repeat. Unless things change soon, I'm probably going to drop this one, which is a real shame because I really like the first couple of issues. Next, it's Wonder Woman number 6. Continuing on with part 3 of year 1, Diana brings Steve back home, but she doesn't exactly get a warm welcoming. This was another good issue. You really feel for Diana alone in a strange land where she doesn't understand the language. Really liking this year 1 storyline. Moving on to Dynamite, it's the $6 Million Man, Fall of Man number 3. Steve does battle on a train. And that's pretty much it. If there weren't only 2 issues left of this title, I would probably call it quits right here. Moving on to Marvel, it's Star Wars The Force Awakens comic adaptation number 4. In this issue, Rey touches Luke Skywalker's lightsaber and has a Force vision. Not going anywhere dirty with that. The First Order attacks, and Leia and Han are reunited. Again, not really much to say about this title. If you've seen the movie, you already know what's going to happen. No surprises there. If you haven't seen it, well, no, I'm pretty sure everyone who's reading this has seen the movie. Moving on to Titan Comics and a bevy of Doctor Who titles. Bevy. I never use that word and I choose to bust it out in a video. Anyway, starting off, it's Doctor Who, Supremacy of the Cybermen number 3. The Cybermen continue to close in around the Doctor in all his various incarnations throughout time and space, and it's a rewrite history in their wake. It's another good issue. I'm still having problems with the artwork. But the writing is really good, and with only 2 issues left of this miniseries, they're sure to be action-packed. Next, it's Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor, Year 2, number 14. The Doctor and Cindy get pulled off course and encounter a new threat. Meanwhile, back at Anubis' stronghold, an eclipse means more trouble on the horizon. This was a good issue. I'm intrigued by this new faction which was introduced, and I'm looking forward to, learning more about them in future issues. Next, it's Doctor Who, the Third Doctor, issue number 1. This is the first in a 5-part miniseries starring Jon Pertwee's Third Doctor. So, aliens attack Bedfordshire, and it's up to the Doctor and his assistant Joe Grant and unit to stop them. I never saw much of the Third Doctor. My introduction to the character came from Tom Baker, who so brilliantly played the Fourth Doctor. But I liked what... but I liked the small snippets of Jon Pertwee's incarnation that I did see. This first issue was a good read. The art was great. And the twist at the end makes me look forward to the next issue. And finally, a non-Doctor Who Titan title. It's Mycroft, Holmes, and the Apocalypse Handbook number 2. Mycroft meets Queen Victoria and is given the great task of finding a horde of steampunk weapons of mass destruction before they can do more damage to the Empire and the entire world. I like Joshua Casero's art, and the writing is interesting enough for me to get the next issue at least. Wish I could say the same about the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar novel on which it's based. I only made it about a third of the way through. Maybe it's a slow burn. Who knows? I might give it another try later on. But that's it for this week's pull. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you like me, hit subscribe so you get all my latest videos. And because things go better in threes, why not drop me a comment also? Wait. Celebrity deaths happen in threes, don't they? Forget that part, but drop me a comment anyway. See you guys later.